Well, hi, and welcome back to Renegade Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke, and today is the second episode of the Team Galactic stuff, where we got to try and save the world, because, you know, what else is a 10-year-old kid supposed to do other than try and save the world? Last time out, we had a pretty good effort, I think. We did all the hideout stuff without losing anybody. Today, well, you're going to have to wait and see. It's a long one, so strap yourselves in. There's a lot that goes on. Anyway, you join us today with me, lost, as usual, on Mount Coronet. I have no idea where I'm freaking going, this stupid place. I literally spent so long running around. Like, so long. Like, running through the grass, climbing up walls, climbing down walls, and it took me about 45 minutes to realise that there's this little rock climb bit on the left. I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm sorry. But yeah, that took absolutely ages. I was genuinely about to give up and Google it because I really could not remember where to go. But eventually I remembered where to go. We danced around in the snow and the grass, and eventually we found our way to the top, where we find the first of 4 battles in today's episode. It's the first double battle against the 2 grunts. This battle is like genuinely really difficult unless you have Manama Jeff and Run Killer. In which case, it's remarkably easy. We took down the first 2 Pokemon, 1 hit each, and then the second 2 Pokemon, you guessed it, it's 1 hit each. Bang, Hypno gone, and then the stupid Venomoth gone, and then finally, there were 2 Pokemon, and we knocked them out with them 1 hit each. So, a really good start. What could possibly go wrong from here? Almost nothing, I'm sure. But anyway, once that's done, it's time for the big stuff. It was time to take on the double battle against the 2 commanders. And unfortunately, instead of being a double battle where I get to use my Pokemon, we have to use Barry's, which is very annoying. So basically, if you're unaware of what this battle is, it's really hard. It's a 12 Pokemon battle. It's really tough. We start off with Apophilus and Barry's Staraptor. We managed to nail the Crobat first up, which is pretty nice. Now he comes in with his Gastrodon, so obviously we can't stay in here because we're just going to get absolutely wrecked. So I go into Nezuko the second, Staraptor Brave Birds the Bronzong because it's really clever. Well done, Staraptor. And then we get Muddy Watered, and Staraptor goes down to a crit, and Nezuko takes it like a champ, but we do lose a little bit of accuracy. Now, next up, Barry brings in his Breloom. We've still got Nezuko the second out. I'm pretty sure we're safe here. I do like a quick check of the source material just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we're safe, right? Like Gastrodon can't hurt us. It doesn't have an electric move. Bronzong can't really hurt us either. But I'm just trying to make sure that I know the best thing to do, because these battles, like, if I get one move wrong in this, especially in a battle with Barry, where, like, I can't control the other side, it becomes almost impossible to win if you make the wrong move. Do you know what I mean? Like, if for example, I lose Nezuko or I lose someone else who I'm going to need later on, when you're playing against 12 other Pokemon, you need to make sure you have all of the options available to you for as long as you possibly can have them. So, yeah. Once Barry and I, once we finished our little meeting, we decide the best thing to do is for him to use his grass type to attack the Gastrodon, which is double weak to grass. I'm willing it into his head. I'm like, Barry, do it. I Dragon Dance. Barry does go for the Bullet Seed because he's not a complete idiot. And the Gastrodon goes down, which is absolutely brilliant news because that thing is a pain. The Bronzong gets Stealth Rocks up against us, which is not great, but it's also not the end of the world. So we've got 1 Dragon Dance boost here. We nail an Aqua Tail into the opposing Bronzong, and we can see we're doing over half of its HP, which is really good because on the other side is another Bronzong, which means we roughly know how much damage we're going to do to that. We get another Dragon Dance in. Breloom uses a Force Palm. It doesn't quite KO the opposing Bronzong, which is really good news because it's not doing anything to us. So the longer we can keep these things out there, the better. We Aqua Tail into the other Bronzong, bring it down low. Breloom nails the sleeping Bronzong and it's down, and then it gets Zen Headbutted, takes a little bit of damage, but again, it's mostly okay. Next up comes this Sableye. We miss an Aqua Tail, which is huge because we could have really done with that. That would have been really nice. We would definitely KO the Sableye, and then his Breloom would have still been alive, but hey, what can we do? We're at +2 attack. I take a little bit of time here. I ran a calc. I edited that bit out for you because, you know, you're welcome. We do KO the Electivire, which is really good news. And it was a risk. Like, that was a risk, but it means a lot now. It means a huge amount that we were able to take that out. Because the Electivire is gone, which means Gyarados is still in and free to keep dealing some damage out. I have a good think about this play too, because why would I not just Surf? it takes out both Pokemon. I know it's obviously a special attack, but yeah, we take out both Pokemon. It's annoying having to have Surf on your Pokemon, but it's the only way you can get up to the top of this stupid mountain. So yeah, anywho, we Ice Flame into the Yanmega. It does not take it out, which is really, really bad news because it KOs the Heracross. And now I'm in a position where I need to remove this Yanmega. I really need it gone, but I'm also toxic, so I'm on a timer. I go for the Surf, which turns out was a really stupid thing to do because all I do is really hurt Arcanine. Anyway, then I get Gunk Shotted and I get toxic damage some more, so I'm not staying in. I figure there's no way he goes for anything other than the super effective attack into the Gyarados, but he goes for the Hurricane and we lose Roll On. And I know you guys didn't name, like, he wasn't one of the big favourites, but for me, Roll On was here every step of the way. He was so good. He won so many battles for us. He was literally the best Pokemon. And anyway, we go into Perfilis, who is still Choice Scarfed, because I've been really enjoying using the Choice Scarf Golem. It's really, really handy. We get crunched, it doesn't do enough. Hydro Pump goes into the Skuntank, and then I decide that I don't care about Barry's Empoleon, so I Earthquake. And it KOs the Skuntank, and it KOs the Empoleon, and unfortunately, it doesn't KO the Kangaskhan, but it does a significant amount of damage. Now, one of the Galactic pieces of rubbish goes into their Tangrowth, so I decide the only safe thing to do here is going to Raikou. It's not that safe because the Kang is scrappy, but I figured it would target Snorlax because it has super effective damage, which it did. Now I know that we are definitely safe from the Tangrowth, so I can freely target down the Kangaskhan here, and I think we've just about sealed this one up. And now the Sludge Bomb into the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan goes down. Goodbye, Kangaskhan. Thanks for absolutely nothing. Snorlax avoids the Leech Seed. Nails Tangrowth with a Body Slam. The Purugly comes in. Purugly cannot touch me, I don't think, apart from with like a Play Rough, but realistically that's not going to do much to Gengar. So I go for the Sludge Bomb, take out the Tangrowth, and now we are on the home stretch. We are pretty much there. Now the Sludge Bomb once more into Purugly. Doesn't quite KO, but we get a bit of Poison Chip here. Play Rough does come into the Gengar. It crits, but we still survive. And we managed to get past the Galactic Commanders battle. And unfortunately, it wasn't for free because we lost Roll On. And that's really sad. I haven't been upset about death in a while. I was really sad about Roll On. I liked Roll On. Even though he didn't have Intimidate, I liked Roll On. But it's for the greater good. And we can definitely finish this game without Roll On. The next gym's the Electric Gym, so yeah. Anyway, now I've left this bit in, because if you've never played this game before, or played Renegade, or played Platinum regular version before, this is genuinely one of the best Pokemon cutscenes, in my opinion. It's just literally so good. Like, it's, when you're a kid and you play this, I imagine it's absolutely epic. Like, it's so well done. The text is a bit bleh, but like the rest of it is so good. Like the little sprites that pop up, and this little, I'm just gonna shush and let you watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you can skip. Alright, how'd you feel of nostalgia? Good, because I'm not going to film the whole of me going through the Distortion World because, oh, here's the thing, guess what? In a surprise to no one, I hate the Distortion World because I hate all the stupid puzzles. Right, time to take on Cyrus. This is the big battle, he's the big boss, here we go. He has got level 70 Palkia, level 70 Dialga. Now I sat down and I came up with a decent plan for this one, okay? Leading off with Darkwing. To try and bait the dragon attacks into that slot, I go into High Ricky. Guess what? No one takes any damage. I screech the Palkia. Now, figuring I'm going to bait the ground moves into this slot, I switch back into Darkwing. Guess what? It worked. And once again, we managed to get some damage off into the Palkia and take nothing ourselves. Guess what I do this time? Pretty boring, I know, but I go back into High Ricky and we don't take any damage once again. The Palkia is down. I'm feeling very smart, I'm feeling very clever, and the last thing up is this Dialga. And to be honest, I screech it once and then I superpower it and it goes down. And bada bing, bada boom, done. Amazing. That was the easiest fight and we've finally finished the battles for the day. Or have we? Oh no, wait, that's just the teaser. You get your Pokemon healed, and then guess what you actually have to do? Now you've got to take on Cyrus, and this time his team is proper. He starts off as level 59 Crobat, and we go into Darkwing because we don't have a choice because we have to leave with the same Pokemon as before. I wasn't really sure the best thing that I could be doing with this one. We take a Brave Bird and we take a huge chunk of damage, but we also land a Hydro Pump in return, so it's not so bad. Hydro Pump doesn't quite KO the Crobat, but it's choice banded, so it means we can switch into Aggro. Aggro takes a Brave Bird as you would expect it to, and we're able to fire off a free attack into either the Crobat or whatever was going to switch in. He keeps the Crobat in, I'm guessing because it was low health. I don't know if he's like sacking it or whatever, but that's bad for us. Ideally, we would have been able to do it the other way around. Now, the Rain I set up myself is no longer very helpful, but I know this Gyarados is going to Dragon Dance on turn 1 because it knows that we can't KO it. We get a massive rock climb into this, which is huge. Absolutely huge, that amount of damage. It was a risk leaving Aggro in, but it was absolutely worth it because now it means we can get Gyarados in. Gyarados avoids the opposing Gyarados' Aqua Tail. We take the Stone Edge, but only just, Jesus Christ. And we land the Aqua Tail and we wipe this thing out, which is huge. We're 2 up. We're feeling good. Magnezone comes in. I decide very bravely that I'm not going to stay in with Gyarados on Magnezone. I go into Shedinja. Shedinja does not take any damage from Magnezone. It's the one Pokemon in his team that he can't take any damage from. We get the X-Scissor into the Houndoom for a bit more chip damage, and then I have to decide which switch I'm going to go for. I go for High Ricky. High Ricky comes in, takes a Flamethrower nicely, but we get burned, which is really, really, really bad news. Like, such bad news. But I go for the Aqua Jet anyway. Land the Aqua Jet. See ya, Houndoom. We're 3 up. We're feeling good, we're looking good, everything is fine. The burn is ticking down, and I once again bravely decide not to stay in with a water type against Magnezone. Magnezone Thunderbolts, we do not take any damage because we are Shedinja. Goes into the Honchkrow, we X-Scissor, which does nice damage, really nice damage, but we can't stay in because we're not faster, and even if we were, this thing has Sucker Punch. So we go into Aggro. Aggro takes a Brave Bird bravely. Then this thing has Superpower, so I can't stay in, so I have to swap out. I go into Poseidon. Poseidon takes the Superpower, and boy, it was in a superpower. Absolutely nailed us. This thing also has the White Herb, so its defenses go back up again, but that doesn't matter because we can fake it out, get a bit of chip, and we're always going to be faster than this thing with Surf. Luckily, it didn't Sucker Punch, because if it did, I would have been in big trouble. And it was pretty careless of me to actually have stayed in on that, to be honest. Anyway, Weavile comes in. We go into Aggro. Aggro gets Icicle Crash, takes it really, really well. Go for an Iron Head. He feint attacks. Doesn't do enough. We do survive a crit, just, I believe. Or at least I did believe. Anyway, it didn't matter because we get the feint attack off, and all that's left is the Magnezone, right? Which means we can just switch into Shedinja and we win. Apart from wrong. I didn't realise it has Magnet Pull. We lost Aggro, and I was absolutely gutted. I was so gutted. It's a real shame because I liked Aggro. Anyway, we can mourn Aggro later. We get a couple of screeches down into the Magnezone. We Shadow Sneak it a couple of times, and we managed to obviously pick up the win. But at what cost? We've almost we've added two deaths to the pile in this episode, and I'm sad about it. I'm real sad about it. But we won, and we got through, and that's the main thing. And the big boss battles were done for the day because I already made a decision when I walked in here that Giratina, I'm just going to kind of take it out entirely. So if you're excited for a big, huge, incredible, epic battle between me and Giratina, the guardian of the underworld, the demon Pokemon, the ghost and dragon huge entity, well, you're going to be pretty disappointed. I even recorded all the build-up so it looks epic. Look at this. It's so good. It's so well done. But listen, if you're remaking the Diamond and Pearl games, if you're on that kind of group, include all the epic stuff. Because even though we're old and like, you know, in our 20s and stuff now, or older, do it anyway. Just keep it in anyway. But yeah, caught it with a Master Ball. I'm not going to use it. Because it's a static legendary encounter and I don't use static legendary encounters, as you know, but I did catch it because I also figured, like, I've got all my Pokemon healed, so aggro was still alive and it was all a bit, like, kind of silly, so yeah. Anywho, we get out, we're into send-off spring, we chat to Cynthia for a bit, she says thanks very much, and I can't help but wonder why the champion of the Pokemon League didn't just handle the whole mess herself. Oh well, not for me to answer. We get back to Veilstone City and we head to the Pokemon Center to heal up our guys and prepare for the next gym. A sad episode, but a joyous episode at the same time. We managed to get through the really hard stuff without losing too many friends, but unfortunately we did lose Roll-On and we did lose Aggro. Let me know who you guys want to see in the next episode. And Ricky, I will honour my agreement. Anything that doesn't have a name, that's in the boxes, you can name. Anything new that I catch that I don't have, that doesn't have a name yet, well, we won't have a name because I haven't caught it yet, but you can name that too, okay? I swear, I swear by it. Have a really great day, everybody, and I'll catch you later, and don't forget to subscribe and stuff, you know. Bye.